Glad you could join us for this month's topic on high temperature resistant coatings for various applications, whether they be internal vessels or external corrosion prevention. So, regardless of what coatings you use, some things that you need to ask yourself is what will the environment be like? Is it an external protection of coatings or an internal lining? Will the system be subject to corrosion under insulation? What risk factors are involved? Are there going to be chemical exposures like water, steam, hydrocarbons, acid, alkalines, caustics? What type of chemicals are going to be present? Do you have mostly hydrocarbons? Are you dealing more with strong acids like hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid? And just as importantly, what will the temperature be? Will there be continuous exposure or just occasional contact? Will you be doing any steam out of the equipment during a scheduled turnaround? A lot of refineries will do a steam out, and the temperatures might see 350, 400 degrees steam, and that can be very detrimental to a lot of coatings that otherwise can handle higher temperatures. And how often the equipment being cycled? Are there peaks and valleys? Are you seeing thermal cycling, rapid temperature changes? Is the coatings going to be subject to abrasion, erosion, corrosion? And what will be the pressure of the steam, or will it be an immersion surface? So, like any other good application, you need to ask yourself a lot of questions. I always like to say the devil's in the details as far as knowing what coatings to recommend. And it's helpful to have somebody that can recommend a coating based on your needs versus what they think is best because that's the only product line they have to offer you. So, Unconventional Solutions, we're an independent distributor, so we'll recommend the right coating based on your needs. And I'm going to share with you a few, and then we'll open it up to questions because we like to keep this interactive. There's two newer systems that Resimac has come out with. One is a 101 XHT, which is actually a repair compound that can handle up to 464 degrees dry heat and immersion temperature up to 356 F. And you can build it up to an inch thick without slump. There's no shrinkage or distortion once it cures. It is a Novolac system, so you do want to make sure you mix it up thoroughly, but it's pretty easy to mix up and apply. And keep in mind when we talk about temperatures, we're talking about what the tech data says. For kicks and giggles, I put a picture of the older version of Resimetal 101, which is only rated up to 392 dry heat. And this past summer, I'd put it on my grill and got my grill up to over 600 degrees. And you can see there's no signs of failure at 600 degrees. So when we say 464, that's where we're comfortable with dry heat exposure. This 101 should be coated with a finish coat like a Resimetal 205, 206, or 207. 207 XHT has a dry heat resistance up to 464 F and immersion temperature up to 356 and can also handle abrasion and erosion, suitable for hydrocarbons and aqueous solutions, and has been steam out tested at 428 degrees F or 220 C for 100 hours with no blistering. So you can see what kind of performance you can get from high temperature coatings. Another product that if you have a pipe that you can't cool down to apply the coating is a Resichem 530 HA100. It cures at 212 degrees F all the way up to 464 degrees F. So there's no shutdown required of the temperature of the coating. and is excellent for corrosion protection at elevated temperatures and is a single component heat activated epoxy Novolac system. So that one would actually need heat to cure. And then we have several products for thermal protection or anti-condensation. One is a Resichem 560, another one is a 561, and a 563. The 563 can actually handle up to 500 degrees C, so that's pretty darn hot. And you can see there's different products out there. Cladding and insulation is traditionally used to prevent um, personal protection or thermal loss, but coatings have come a long way in this area. And if that's something you'd like to talk to us more in detail, feel free to reach out to our team, as we're always here to help and be available for support and guidance. Duramar is another product that has some higher temperature performance. Their HPL 4300 is actually a trowelable material and can handle extreme thermal shock, variety of chemicals, all the way down to uh, 0.5 on the pH scale up to 14 on the pH scale. So it handles a wide variety of chemicals. Again, when you're talking about chemical exposure, we'll want to fill out a project survey report and ask you exactly what the concentration of chemicals are, or if you have more of a witch's brew of chemicals, what the parts per million or part per thousand is. Resichem 205 ceramic HT is another high temperature coating that's been steam out tested for over 100 hours at 428 degrees with no blistering, while the Resichem 206 doesn't handle as high of temperatures as far as wet heat is concerned or immersion, but can handle more aggressive chemicals, acids, and caustics. So again, there's no one coating that can handle all applications, and that's why you want to reach out to an expert when you're applying coatings to make sure you get the right system for the right project. And the last product I want to talk about briefly is a Highland International 827HB. This multi-polymer matrix coating is designed to provide heat stability with extreme temperatures all the way up to 1200 degrees F, and is also a good coating to prevent corrosion under insulation, and can even go down to minus 250, 300 degrees F for cryogenic temperature conditions. And sometimes you'll want to use a primer with it, but it can also go directly to metal by itself. So those are really the items that we wanted to talk to you about today. I'm going to stop sharing, and Chris, why don't you feel free to open it up to questions?
All right, mics are being opened right now. Feel free to open yours up if you have any questions or raise your hand, put something in the chat. We'll answer anyway.
Nick is asking what type of surface prep is required.
Yep.
Okay. Nick, that's going to depend on what coating is selected. Um, Different coatings require different surface prep, but typically for extreme temperatures, it's best to have a near white metal, SSPC SP10, a NACE number 2, or an ISO 2.5 in terms of cleanliness. At a minimum, some coatings will actually require white metal, an SSPC 5, or a NACE number 1, or an ISO 3 surface prep cleanliness. And then the anchor pattern is also important. Uh, there's no one coating designed for every applications, but usually in extreme temperatures, you'll want a minimum of 2 mils and typically preferably 3.5 mils if it's going to see immersion and be inside of a vessel, all the way up to 4 or 4.5 mils in terms of anchor pattern to help maximize adhesion and deal with possible thermal shock the coatings might see as well. But excellent question there, Nick.
You just said super helpful. Thank you for the detail.
For sure. I see Bob Sperling's got a chance to join us. Bob, always thank you for your leadership with the Ohio Corrosion Committee. Uh, any particular questions you have, Bob?
Nope, just very informative. Nice to keep up on latest and greatest developments in the coding world.
Well, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
It looks like
Okay,
Nick.
Nick's asking another question. How easy is it to repair or recoat? There's no universal answer for that, Nick. But typically, if it's just a little pinhole, you're probably going to be able to use sandpaper and scuff up the area and then reapply the coating. Some coatings are spray applications only, so it might require a little bit more than just mixing up a kit and brushing it on there. But when in doubt, always refer back to your technical data sheet provided by the manufacturer. Great. Well, hey, we appreciate your participation. Chris, you want to tell people what will be next month's Tech Talk?
Yes, next month we're going to be talking about peat sorb, which is a great lightweight, eco-friendly product that can help clean up your hydrocarbons. It's also been shown to break down the long chains present in PFAS and can be a good first step to cleaning up and containing any chemical spills that include PFAS or hydrocarbons. So that will be next month. If you get our newsletters, that has dates and everything in there, and I'll send out a link to everyone that's in here for that Tech Talk as well.
Yep, and will that be the 24th of September, Chris?
I got to pull up my calendar real quick. I believe that that's the right date.
At
It
one
is,
side, is that correct?
Yes, yep, September
Great.
24th at 11:45.
Yeah. And one side note, the peat sorb will also float on water for up to 24 to 48 hours. So if you're near a river or stream, it's a great way to prevent our rivers and lakes from being contaminated by hydrocarbons, acids, chemicals, and a variety of different spills that you might encounter. But again, thank you, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. Enjoy the rest of your week. And just a little plug for the Great Lakes AMP will be tomorrow in Ann Arbor at the Weber Inn, starting roughly around 11 o'clock, and lunch is only $10.